Good morning. Well, a friend of mine was telling me about how the school system is teaching children about gay sex. Well, sex education has been a problem, for a very long time in these school systems um, because parents feel like, it is their responsibility to teach their children about sex versus the school. And of course, there's a lot of things that go on in schools that parents don't know about because you have to remember a lot of these teachers aren't really vetted as good human beings when they take over these classrooms. So I happened to be out and ran into a teacher and mentioned this to her, and she told me that no, that's not happening in schools. It's fear mongering. Well, I told her, I said, "Do you know what's happening in every school in the country?" And she says, "Yes." What a fucking moron. I mean, obviously, this person uh, couldn't possibly know what's going on in every school system or know the type of teachers that are in these school systems. I mean, she's just obviously one of those people that, is so indoctrinated in the system that she couldn't possibly get her way out. She's probably teaching children that we went to the moon. So that's that. Um, the other thing is, if you haven't checked out Dane Calloway's channel, he does some really good information. Um, but the one thing that Dane always seems to focus on is, just the copper colored people. Um, but you have to remember, these people uh, abused every race. You're talking about a reptilian race that has been running this show for a long time, and uh, they've abused every color on the planet, every plant, every water, air, because they're just deviant beings that live underground and they don't care about the surface people. And they're very sexually driven. They're, uh, they take over these actors and musicians and, cause a lot of weirdness to go on. I mean, orgy parties and blood sacrificing and all this other crap. But my question for all these blood drinkers is, if you turn the world robotic, there's no blood. How are you going to survive with no blood? Now, I understand that they're creating these babies in these pods, but that's not the same kind of blood that y'all need. So you're really screwed. You've really screwed yourselves. But whatever, you're weird. You're weird. You're weirdos. And so back to the entertainment industry. If people were real concerned about what their children are watching, they would, first of all, not let them watch MTV or play these video games, because some of these video games are so realistic that when they show stuff on the news, it's actually a video game. I mean, people can't tell the difference between a computer talking, a real human being, um, scenes of neighborhoods that are computer generated, that aren't, uh, you know, real neighborhoods. I mean, it's very realistic with their technology. And, people are talking about how there's like 6 Putins. Well, there's been 6 or 7 Trumps. There's been, you know, all these people have these body doubles because they're all some type of demonic entity that, has been running this world. People want to believe that, Trump's a good guy when in fact, even though he says that there are serpents in the government, he was a serpent. He told you right in his inauguration speech that he was a serpent. So, they all talk out of the same different sides of their mouth when it's appropriate so that people will believe that they're still a good guy, kind of like how Elon Musk was. I mean, clearly people by now can realize that Elon Musk is not a good guy. Um, and then you've got Russell Brand that was talking about how, 50 Cent and P. Diddy and all these Hollywood people are good people, that he's met them. Well, you were involved in all of this crap. So, you want to act like you're some kind of whistleblower when you never talk about mining. You never talk about what's really going on in the world. Most people don't. So, then you have channels out here that are talking about the old buildings and, these um, buildings that we could not duplicate today, but they never mention the fact that they were built by giants. There were giants that walked this earth, and they weren't some Neanderthal type of giant. They were very sophisticated. They had high technology that we don't even use today. I mean, this civilization that people talk about as being, something that's just out of this world, well, the people that built it were very superior. And I think it's hard for, the little people, the little humans, to understand that they're not superior, that they aren't, you know, the best race of people that's ever lived on this planet. And people don't believe that spell work is being done, that entities are roaming around, that there are spirits that invade people's body because they don't know themselves. They don't understand that this is a spiritual battle. And it is. And these people want your soul. This is not a game. You've got people out here that are being paid to harass people. I still say that we should all receive the money that was paid to them to harass us. And, they should be left in poverty. All right, have a good day.